Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley reveals she hung up on Savannah when pardoned. Julie Chrisley reveals that she hung up on Savannah Chrisley when she was told that she was being pardoned. Grayson, Savannah, Todd and Julie recently did an interview with Donald Trump's daughter-in-law. During this, Julie and Todd revealed their first feelings and responses when they heard they were getting pardoned. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud, as most know. However, they were pardoned and allowed to go home and have their records be clean. Todd and Julie had not seen each other in 2.5 years. So when they arrived at home, this was the first time they had seen each other in that time frame. They also got to be with their children again, which was the most important thing to them. Since their release, they have been trying to make up for lost time. Fans love seeing how they are living their lives now that they have changed drastically. Julie Chrisley has revealed that when Savannah Chrisley called to tell her she was pardoned, she hung up on her. When she first got the call, she just burst into tears. However, Savannah was quick to add that Julie hung up on her. Julie then confirmed what Savannah had said and let everyone know that she was so nervous she did not know what to do, and ended up hanging up the phone. Fans thought this was funny as the family was laughing it off. Todd also revealed that he did not believe it until an officer came to confirm it for him. It seems as though Julie was so nervous that she accidentally hung up on Savannah when she called to tell her. Usually, people get bad news while in prison. However, Todd and Julie got some of the best news possible. Todd was in disbelief when he was told. He did not believe it until an officer came to confirm it. Fans are glad that the Chrisleys are back home with their friends and family. What do you think about this situation? Are you shocked that Julie hung up on Savannah? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. It was the phone call that should have changed everything. The one that millions dream of but few ever receive. After years of legal battles, tear-stained courtroom appearances, and the heart-wrenching separation from her family, Julie Chrisley was granted a pardon. But in the chaos of joy and disbelief, one unexpected moment captured the world's attention. She hung up on her daughter, Savannah. Now for the first time, Julie opens up about that shocking moment, one that has left fans questioning everything, and the Chrisley family redefining what forgiveness, grace, and mother-daughter relationships really mean. Julie Chrisley had just finished her morning meditation in the sterile confines of the Lexington Prison Library. Her mind was quiet, her breathing even. The world outside still felt far away, and most mornings she'd resigned herself to the reality of her sentence. Her faith sustained her, but some days were harder than others, especially when thoughts of her children crept in like uninvited guests. Then came the call. It wasn't a guard. It wasn't her attorney. It was Savannah, her strong, relentless daughter who had spent every last ounce of energy over the past 2 years advocating for her parents' release. Savannah had become the matriarch by necessity, raising her younger brother, managing finances, and facing tabloids and judgment with the grace and grit of someone twice her age. Julie answered with her usual calm warmth. "Hey, sweetheart." "Mom," Savannah's voice cracked. "You're not going to believe this. It's official. You've been pardoned." There was a silence. A long cinematic pause that could have been mistaken for a dropped call. Julie blinked. Her heart started to gallop. The word pardon sounded both surreal and sacred. "You're coming home," Savannah whispered through tears of joy. "Mom, you're free." Julie's breath caught in her throat. And in that moment, equal parts shock, gratitude, and sheer emotional overload, she did something completely out of character. She hung up. I don't even know why I did it, Julie later confessed, seated beside Todd in a carefully lit living room during her exclusive post-release interview. It wasn't anger. It wasn't confusion. It was too much. My body shut down. I couldn't speak, and before I realized it, my hand hit the receiver and ended the call. For Savannah, on the other end of the line, the silence was deafening. I thought maybe she was in shock. Or maybe something happened, Savannah admitted. But deep down I knew it was just Mom being Mom. She needed to process it on her own terms. Julie spent the next hour in solitary reflection, not by prison regulation, but by personal choice. She knelt on the thin prison-issue mattress and sobbed, not just for her freedom, but for the 2 years lost, the birthdays missed, and the burden Savannah had carried without complaint. When the two finally spoke again, hours later, the conversation was quiet, layered with unspoken emotion. She said, "I'm sorry I hung up on you," Savannah recalled with a small laugh. "And I told her, it's okay, I've hung up on you for way less." But behind the humor lies a deeper story about the Chrisley's family dynamics. Julie has always been the steady one. Todd was the voice, the brand, the lightning rod. Julie, in contrast, was the emotional anchor, the calm during the storm. For her to hang up on Savannah in such a pivotal moment symbolized something raw, the cost of endurance. "Everyone expects you to be overjoyed," Julie explained. And I am. But when your entire nervous system has been in survival mode for 2 years, you can't just switch off the trauma. That moment, hearing Savannah say those words, it was like hearing a door open after you've forgotten what fresh air smells like. My reaction wasn't rational. It was deeply human. Social media, of course, had a field day. #July hung up trended for hours. Memes of Savannah's shocked face, real or imagined, flooded the internet. Some criticized, others empathized. But for the Chrisley family, it became a story of healing rather than scandal. I used to think forgiveness was about big speeches and dramatic reunions, Savannah said in a candid Instagram Live days later. But sometimes it's just knowing your mom hung up on you because her heart couldn't handle that much happiness all at once. Now back home, Julie is adjusting to life post-pardon. Simple things feel miraculous. Making tea in her own kitchen, watching the sun rise without barbed wire in view, holding hands with Todd on their porch. "I will never take these moments for granted," she said. "But I also won't pretend that everything resets. We're rebuilding, reconnecting. That includes talking through the little things, like why I hit end call when I should have said, I love you."